Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 27th annual Christmas Eve Marathon fundraiser Kenny Bolin Show. Oh, crap. I forgot to hit the music.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Storytime.
No, it's not sponsored by the Storytime with Dutch Mantel. They don't sponsor us for anything. However, it is sponsored by the Storytime with Kenny Bolin.
We'll be telling a story or two here tonight, and no, Dutch Mantel's checks are no good. I don't care how much money he received on GoFundMe. None of it has come this way.
That's right.
And I know on good authority he received over $188,000 more than he needed. I heard he spent a lot of it on jelly beans, and not the good kind. That's what I've heard.
Black licorice kind. That's what I heard.
Bob, do we have a new member? And Armando's not one of them.
We have a new member. Thank you, Large Farva, if that is your real name.
Got a
We're
feeling
becoming a YouTube member.
I got a feeling the birth certificate and the driver's license probably do not match up.
They do not match
Now,
up.
you're
But thank
seeing
you
the
for joining.
You're seeing the difference right now between Kelly Green and Forest Green.
Yes.
This is the Miami Hurricane Forest Green.
Victory Green is what they actually call this.
What do they call that?
Victory Green.
Sounds like a little false advertising in Texas going on to me.
No, Dallas Stars have been very successful, so we'll give them that. Victory Green and a little bit of red. We're both in the Christmas
Cowboys
mood.
actually be known as the Dallas Stars. They're the ones that have the logo on their helmet.
Yeah, but they'd have to be
original enough to come up with their own logo.
Their Dallas team would have to be good to be actually called the Stars.
Well, they used to be back in the 90s. 80s, 70s.
In the 70s, they were very
I remember
good.
when the Miami
mid-90s they were
in the Super Bowl in '72 when Garo Yepremian owned them. Jim Kick, Paul Warfield, Larry Zonka, Nick Bonacani, people of that ilk.
It's really
Bob Matthews,
27-0 final score too.
Well, I wasn't going to bring that up. I didn't want to rub it in or anything.
Yeah, appreciate that.
But here's what you're not going to believe. I was not a Miami Dolphins fan yet at that time.
Really?
I was buying into the propaganda. I was buying into all the crap. That was America's team.
It is
the greatest team in the world. And I was not living in Florida at that time. I'd been there in my earlier years. But I had been back from Florida for probably 5 years. And my football love really developed at probably about age 9 or 10. And I was already back from Florida by then. So I was not a Miami. I became a Dolphin fan the next year, and then I think they go undefeated. So they just needed that little extra boost.
They needed that extra incentive,
and then beat the Washington Rednecks, as they were known back in those days.
Yes, with the world's greatest kick passer of all time.
Now I had hundreds of thousands of people ask me to do a Christmas Eve show.
Hundreds of thousands.
Here we are, hundreds, if not millions, and then here we are.
Close.
And we got about 20 people.
With the Christmas Eve show. At our normal time.
Nothing I need to feed some Filipino families and to call James Elizabeth Cornett once this show is about to wrap up. If we crack the $500 mark, James, you don't have to sit by the phone. I'm pretty sure you're safe. If we crack $5 tonight, I'm going to be shocked. So, indeed. And bah.
And humbug.
I think my fireplace looks brighter and crisper and more finely detailed than yours. We both have OLED TVs. Why do you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the lighting.
And you got the straight on angle.
To
see, I'm sitting here at a botanical offshoot. That's what I'm doing. I didn't do anything.
Oh, why did I just get a commercial?
You got the ghost of Christmas ass in your house.
I wish. It really is a ghost. Yeah,
I mean, we can take a time.
No, it's a commercial. It's a commercial.
Oh yeah, I had one a minute ago. Yeah, and I'll keep getting them too.
Yeah, I have a minute 37 of this, whatever this is.
The Michigan Miker is in it. If I'm not mistaken, Mike is probably in Vegas right now. He said he was going to be there for Christmas. Jimmy cracked corn 10 times. What are we talking about, Mike?
Do you have a 10x payoff on a $1,000 bet?
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe Michigan. Well, that's why Michigan Mike is correcting me.
Walking down the strip as I type.
Michigan Mike has issued a Merry Christmas to me and my family, and has issued a
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that.
To start the night off. He wants that call to Jim Cornette.
We all.
He walking down the strip. I said, "Well, there you go. Well, hello to Michigan Mike out in Vegas. Nice to see you." So Michigan Mike has issued a $50 challenge. The first donation of the night, I believe. Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm double checking here. I don't want. You know me. I hate to give out all the false information.
Yes, just some of the false information. We like to keep a little bit.
I don't mind giving out some. Yeah, there it is. Have we found out why Ricky Henderson passed away even younger than me? Or maybe slightly older.
He passed away of death.
Well, that's about a cold reaction. I didn't expect that from you. Oh, when you were laughing at all the Filipinos that didn't have gifts under the tree today or food to eat. Now that was the Bob I expected.
Yeah, that was the Bob. Yeah.
Armando Morales.
Armando Morales with the big $20 donation in here.
Kenny,
won't get till January at this point, but
Matt Gates is a douchebag. I can't argue with that. Bob, the Detroit Lions or the Buffalo Bills will be known as America's team.
Well, the Buffalo Bills would need to win a Super Bowl first.
I tell you what, Armando, I'll do this just for you and your $20 donation. Now, you have to know we do not get that till January the 21st, and we lose 30% of it. So if you can donate one of these ways over here, for those of you that are going to donate over $10, we appreciate if you choose one of these options. That way we get it all. We get it right now. This money here we will not get till January, somewhere between 21st and the 23rd. I did get the YouTube money the other day, but it came the 23rd because of the scheduling. But that's a nice donation. It gets us kicked off in the right direction for next year, and we appreciate that. But Bob, do you have what I sent you about Matt Gates's code words when he was paying all these women?
Yes, I have.
I want somebody more drugged up and drug intellectual than me to explain to me. I think I know what relaxation was for, but there's one on there that's got me very curious that he paid $1,200 for. And maybe Armando knows. Now, we've seen Armando in here before. It's been a long time. Armando just likes to show enough to stir up some politics, but maybe not to get a badge. He just doesn't want to commit.
Well, maybe he has commitment issues.
Michigan Mike, $20 there out of Armando Morales. And thank you, Michigan Mike. And Mike, if you need Rico's phone number, contact me and let me know. I will be opening once we crack $150, I will open the John Cena gift because even that will be a decent night. So once we crack 150, I will open the John Cena gift, which I've got sitting here behind me. And if we reach 500 as a total, I will call like I do every year that we make our goal. And one of the goals was $1,000, and we ended up making like $1,265 that year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And let's see here. But yeah, when Bob has that Matt Gates, and this ain't a meme. This is just something I got off the news. The news, Vincenzo. The news.
Okay, here we go. This is the Gates report.
So when you're paying for sex, and I'm assuming that most of these are code words, the Matt Gates payment history. He paid out apparently over $120,000 for sex between 2017 and 2020 or 2021. These are some of the things he didn't give the amount on everything, but it did groceries. All right. There's a girl that got money for groceries. There's another girl that got a dry clean. I bet I know what that is. I think I got that figured out. Dinner. That was, I bet that was oral. Being my friend. Being my friend. That's probably a girl that dropped to her knees on a handshake. I'm just or guy. I don't want to be, reimbursement. That was delayed payment for anal, I'm guessing. Relaxation. Well, I think we all.
That was upfront. That was upfront payment for anal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think we all. Yeah, it was upfront. Which is kind of backwards if you think about it. But the most curious one of all, and I've asked several people about this today. I've sent this to the Republicans and Democrats. I've sent it to potheads. I've sent it to coke addicts. How you doing, Pesci and Schmidt? I have sent it to a lot of people. Bob, that's a lot of kale.
There's a lot of kale.
A lot of kale. I mean, not that I've ever bought kale, but if one were to buy kale, would he drop 1200 on it in one setting and send that money to a girl to pick up his kale? I don't think so. So that must be one of the grandest sexual favors and sexual code.
Maybe it's something to do with leafy something.
Leafy green vegetables. Maybe she was an alien. Maybe she was that plant lady from Lost in Space. If anybody remembers that episode, she was very leafy. Maybe the carrot monster that Dr. Smith ran into in the final episode of Lost in Space. People going, God damn, we did not realize that we were going to get all this education about Lost in Space. Billy the Sellers is in here, has his badge. How you doing, Billy Sellers? And apparently, Bob, there's a lot of people that do not want me to disturb Jim Cornette. They don't want me waking him up after 10 o'clock.
Maybe that's what it is. They're thinking
It could be.
Jimmy's at that age now where he's probably sleeping in.
That could be. It's a possibility.
And
no, that's the only current donation of the night is for Michigan Mike, the $50 challenge, and Armando did 20. I mean, I'd be happy to just and what WWE pick? We're going to auction off one picture tonight, but we have to raise $100 because remember, this is for charity to help kids and food and things like that. We have to raise $100 before we officially hold the raffle. But for a minimum $10 donation, which a lot of you make anyway, and Michigan Mike, I'm going to say right now, Michigan Mike bought 5 spots in the raffle. Armando bought 2 spots in the raffle. So there's 70 of it right there. So, but if we can raise $100, we will auction off a WWE autograph picture. Do y'all want me to pick them? Or do y'all have somebody in mind you'd like for me to put up? The Untouchables are any of the wrestlers that are currently dead. And I say currently, because in the spirit of Christmas, you never know. For those of you that believe and have believed for many, many moons and going back 100 billion years, back before there were scientists. Anything is possible. Even I will admit that. Anything. It is possible that one of these dead wrestlers could come back. Unlikely. All right, it's impossible. But hey, just let's say it was possible.
Maybe they're on a soap opera.
None of the dead wrestlers are going for $100. That would be Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, and I've got Rosie in the kitchen. But he personalized that one to me. So unless your name's Kenny and you want to hear how great you are, then you may not, you might not want that one. Matter of fact, he didn't even sign it to Kenny. He signed it to King B, like Randy Orton did when Randy signed my picture. I think they did that so I couldn't sell them. I think they had a back.
Probably figured that's what was going to happen. Was you were going to
sell.
Hello to Billy Sellers. Merry Christmas. Hello and Merry Christmas to Zach Bonifer.
So, what do you say we put the Undertaker autograph up tonight? I had a picture that was kind of a collage picture of him with Jerry Lawler and Kane and others. And my nephew was going to buy it, and they did send $15 in good faith money. He originally offered $70 for the Undertaker in Test, but I do not have a Test autograph picture. Mm-hmm. I don't even have a picture of Test. So then he lowered his bid to $50. So
Test is only worth $20.
I don't really want to let it go for $50, but I'll figure out some way to make him happy. But if somebody would like the autographed Undertaker picture, and let me see if I can find it so Bob can post it so you'll know what you're bid. But that's the one we'll put up tonight is an autographed Undertaker picture. And he signed 3 or 4 for me, but he did not personalize any of them because he knew I would, but I'm out here playing tour guide the whole time and I got 0 time. I got 0 time for Rico. He didn't say it like that, but that's how
man.
I'm saving that for a trip when I'm out here alone. He's a tour guide out in Michigan right now. So no time for Rico, and he's probably wearing that fucking
no time left for Rico.
Cast off from Yellowstone.
No time left for
what I'm guessing.
Rico was in.
Written me today and said, "Mr. Kenny or Daddy, where is my gift?" I said, "Well, where's mine?"
Yeah, let me give you Jambi's address, and you can go look at her floors.
Jambi's got everybody's Christmas gift, in case y'all wondering. Now we're trying to do a little better here tonight. I gotta find Bob that picture of the Taker here. Hang on here. Well, I gotta find my nephew, Matthew, named after Matt Dillon, I'm sure. All right. Now this is just a snapshot picture that I took with my phone, so don't get overly excited. I sent it to the Jason and Bob account, being as I know Jason, there's no way in hell he'll be here tonight. All right, you're going to try and outdo me, huh? Computer,
I'm just trying to see what works, and none of them's working so far.
Red. I was going to open the show in red tonight. Computer. You hard-headed. Computer. Change the... Did it fucking lock? Computer. Change the podcast lights to red. See, mine looks more magenta than yours. Yours really look red. But we can go with that for now. There you go. Now we got our red and our green cover.
Right.
You got to upgrade your television, son. That is atrocious.
I probably just need to change the settings on the TV because it's
the settings. Now now I do have my contrast and everything. My darks, I got everything set to the max. My darks are and mine is mine's an LG as well. Mine's an LG OLED. So we have the same brand television.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
But like everything else in life, mine is 10 inches bigger. So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
And
picture mode, cinema home. Let's see what we change this to.
Yeah, I got my contrast at 100. My brightness are probably 35. I just like everything to look as bright and bold as possible.
I don't see a lot of difference in you.
I'm glad. It ain't doing much difference, is it?
Yeah.
How old's your television?
So it's about 3 years old, maybe. 4 years old.
Mine is exactly a year old in late November. Well,
let's set this in.
I'm a little surprised. Is this what you all tuned in for tonight, to watch Bob adjust his color? Because that's why I'm here. Well, Bob,
let's see if we can turn that down just slightly.
That helps. That gave it.
Let's go back.
I think my color is set on like 60, I think, and the screen was a little bright for me, for my liking. Some people might like it that way. Some people might like it that way. Is that LG playing that music?
Nah, it's the Roku channel. I thought I had it. Yeah.
Roku's doing that to us, huh?
Go away, Roku.
Honey Rose says hello. Evelyn says hello. Damn, Evelyn. Evelyn, what is my Christmas gift to me?
Is Evelyn sending your picture?
Well, your Christmas gift came last week when I sent you money for food. Period. What's your Christmas gift for me? I'm going to say it right now. Filipinos are the most selfish people on the planet Earth because none of them are offering me a Christmas present. They just write me saying, "What is your Christmas gift to me?"
That's right. Alexa. Sorry.
We want candy. Oh, Evelyn says, "Well, I send you my love." Well, goddamn. I didn't realize.
Well, if that's not good enough, Kenny, I mean, come on.
I didn't realize she was going to send me.
How to help you with that?
Well, she does look very pretty in her picture with a little bit of tin roofing behind her. I'll send that to Bob as well, and we'll see if love is good enough.
Love is in the air.
And I think she's got one or two kids. Uh-oh. Well, I hope those all aren't hers. She sent me a picture of some kids. I hope all those aren't hers.
Maybe those are school kids or something.
Well, yeah, more. I'm assuming. The children are asking to give them candy.
Well, I guess they'd better find some way to get some candy.
Candyman, don't they? Well, we're going to need some more donations before we can give anybody jack shit. Do you have the Undertaker picture? And for a $10 donation, you can enter the raffle.
All right, for a $10 donation. That is
now, the
not
tea
the
maker.
There is the Undertaker.
I think the tea maker got his settlement and quit the show. I think we don't hear much from the tea maker anymore. He was in Louisville. I tried to meet up with him, but the schedules didn't match up, I guess. And then he's back wherever the hell he went. I don't know where he went.
The
fireplace looks a little better. When
you're making tea, that's
and that's just a quick photograph snap I took of it with my phone. But that's the picture that's up for raffle tonight. Autograph picture of the Undertaker. I highly doubt you can get one unless he's showing up at conventions these days. I don't know what Taker's doing. He doesn't seem to be a convention guy to me. You go to any convention and you'll find 90 wrestlers that have not worked in 20 years. Well, I guess maybe that's what the conventions are for. Those are the guys you might want to go see. I was embarrassed to go to the one in Evansville a bit because I hadn't done anything since 2012. And but there were people there that hadn't done anything a lot longer than I have. So what do you do? But that's the picture up for raffle. For a $10 donation, Bob has a way that we can do a digital drawing to where we just give each person a number, and then we run those numbers through a cycle and whatever it lands on. And then the more opportunities you have, like Armando would have 2 shots at it, Michigan Mike would have 5. And but for a $10 donation, you can get in the raffle. And if we crack, we're going to count current donations. So if we get $50 more, we will raffle off the picture. We will raffle it off. And what we got here? Well, we have. This is nice. We're going to have somebody come in here and identify themselves. But Matthew Adkins says, Merry Christmas. I would like to match Michigan Mike's donation. And I would also like 5 opportunities at the raffle for the Undertaker picture in exchange to help feed the Filipinos. So that was nice. Thank you, Matthew Adkins.
All right, let me just put 5 drawings of men.
I don't remember ever seeing a from
Large Farba.
Large Farba. Well, thank you, Large Farba.
So we now just proved that is not his real name.
That's not his real name. I'm sorry, Large. Now, if I'd have known, I could have kept your name secret if you'd have wanted me to. And all this spirit of red and fireplaces and brimstone. It could be brimstone over here. I don't know. No, I don't have anything in Bob's shade of green. All I've got is and in this lighting, it almost looks black. What I'm wearing is forest green. That's the hurricane shade of green. And Bob's is known as Kelly green. And every now and then the Eagles break that out. I think their last game they played, they broke that out.
I think they did. So Kenny, you may or may not remember this from last year.
Well, I may or may not.
Our dear sweet Unice gave us a little Christmas treat.
She did.
I'm going to play it right now since Unice is in the room. She
is in the room.
Hello. So we're going to play a little bit of
maybe this motivate a donation or two.
Little Unice.
Because
hi Daddy Kenny, hi Sir Bob, and hello to you all. For today's video, I'm going to sing you some song, and it's called Last Christmas. It's just a very short cover of me. So I hope you like it. Actually, honestly, I have a sore throat today, and my throat is kinda hurt, but it's okay. I can sing for you all. Besides, my guitar is already here. So, okay, let's do a cover of it. I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. I wrap it up and send it with a note saying I love you, I mean it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year Thank you. Thank you for listening my song. I hope you like it.
Merry Christmas.
Well,
Merry
we
Christmas.
had a nice little flashback from the past. And we bought Unice that guitar. That might have been the second guitar we bought her, because I think the first one I got her, she was 14, maybe 15. And she had just turned 17 in that video. And made me smile real big when I saw that. And I smiled again tonight.
Now he's going to start crying.
Probably. She taught herself how to play that guitar. She didn't know shit about a guitar. She just knew she wanted to learn. And I think she went on YouTube and watched some videos. I think she had a relative or two that knew a little something about playing a guitar that worked with her. And she has informed me, though, she's not left-handed. If you watch that video, it comes across left-handed, but it apparently shoots it reverse. And I thought she was left-handed like me, which only about 1 out of 11 or 12 people in the world are left-handed, which it's weird because, you know, I think women are 51% to 49%. And it's always been that way since people started keeping numbers on that. It's always been 2% more women than I would think. Being right or left-handed would be a close to a 50-50 shot. I'm shocked it's not 55-45 or something like that, but 1 out of 12 are happen to be left-handed. And then the old saying that left-handers had is left-handers are the only people that are in their right mind, because left-handers use the right side of their brain and right-handers use the left side of the brain. And that was something I heard as a kid. And my parents did everything they could to force me to be right-handed. They thought, these Bible thumpers thought it was a sign, and certain types of Bible thumpers buy into this, that they thought being left-handed was a sign of being evil. Well, I proved that shit right.
Exactly.
We became an atheist. I must be evil.
So
And,
Dan Lemley has entered the Royal Raffle.
Yes, he has. He is giving 2 slots in the raffle. He put in $20.
Thank you.
So we've got 51 under 120. We got 120 to the good. 30 more would be nice. 30 more, because that 20 we're not going to see for about a month. But if we give it, thank you very much for showing the video. Well, you can post that, Bob, if you can there for Unice. Well, I won't deny that. We did change your life. I remember your life the first time we ever had a conversation. You had 3 rolls in your house. Your mother was definitely sick. You had no water. You had no electricity. And your mother was in bad shape. And you guys would not eat the 3 rolls that were left in the house because you wanted to save them for your mother. And I don't know how you found me, how you reached out to me. I don't know how you discovered me. But I'm glad you did, because your life would be a shitload. I don't even know if your mother would have made it back then. She was bad off. We got her medication. We got you all food. We got your electric turned back on. We got your water turned back on, because you were fetching water, as you told me in those days, just to have water in the house. And you're right. We have dramatically changed your life. But and we had a bad turn or two to where you had bad people in your home making you tell us things that weren't true. Mark was his name, and he got the dog shit beat out of him in Manila not long ago, hospitalized. I hear he can't walk anymore. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. That guy had also tried to sexually assault Unice. He's broken into their home and stolen their stuff when they tried to get away from him. They've tried to get away from the bad man. But Unice has been through some shit over the last 4 years. And her and my son have become good friends. They chat from time to time. And your life, Jelly Bean, a lot of lives have been changed dramatically on here, but nobody more than Unice's family, Jelly Bean's family, Vanessa's family. Vanessa was in here earlier. Those lives have been changed dramatically, and this show is responsible for that. And that's why I really appreciate y'all coming in here, making the donations that you do. And you see the testimonials in here. I mean, we try to show receipts to anybody that wants them. I send receipts to a lot of people that don't want them, but that is the purpose of this show. There's a lot of podcasts out there with a lot of my rich friends that don't do jack shit. I could name names, and I probably should, but I got a lot of rich friends in the wrestling business that do the podcast, and they keep every penny for themselves and don't do jack shit for anybody else. Sometimes not even their family members. And I remember one person, I asked him, I said, man, you come on the show all the time. I said, hell, Disco Inferno made $100 donation, and you couldn't be more politically different than me and Disco Inferno. And the person said to me, I don't do charity. Well, that person needed some charity not too long ago. And he said, well, I didn't see your name on the list. I said, well, you told me you don't do charity. So I assume if you don't give, then you don't take. But they proved me wrong. They took. They said give. So, and I do everything I can not to ask for anything for myself, even when times are tough, because I don't want it to take away from what these people get. And I'll be honest with you, times are tougher for me now than they've been in a while. Losing that job wasn't any fucking. I added up how much money I've lost over the last 4 months, and it limits what I can do for people. Bob figured up once when he was doing the math. He says, Kenny, you've basically given a couple of Cadillacs away just in the past a few years. And then he also figured up that I was giving away about 30% of the money that I was making. But that was supplemental money, you know, that's to make sure the bills are paid and you can do something nice every now and then. And also if we run low on donations, we can still help people. Well, that money for the time being is gone. After the first of the year, I'm going to try to find something, some cheesy ass job I can do to get a little cash rolling in here. But it is nice that I hadn't had to put up with his shit that I've been putting up with for the last 7 years. But I do miss the $7,000 or $8,000 that I've lost too. So what do you do? I mean, it doesn't do any good to complain about it because it doesn't change anything. You can post Unice's next post there. I mean, there's
book. No words to tell. You're a one-of-a-kind person I ever meet, and I didn't expect. I found an everlasting gift that I will treasure my whole life. I will not ask for more. You're more than enough. The best gift I ever received in my life.
That's a lie. You're going to ask for something tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, and by the way, it is, I think, officially Christmas there right now.
It is.
Yeah, because it'll be Christmas here in under 2 hours.
So
yeah, it is officially Christmas there. I've gotten so many from our regulars. Mr. Kenny, where's my gift? Some of these people just got money last week. And it's not an endless machine over here, guys, and you're not the only ones. And but Unice has been through a lot with the fucking flood they just dealt with. And she wrote me last night and says, Daddy, I was really hoping that we could have some pizza and spaghetti for Christmas. I said, get me a price. And she sends me the price of it. And it looks like it's about $15-16. I said, for what that kid's been through, if $16 is going to make their Christmas happy, we've had to get medication and shit for her mother so her mom can keep working. Her mom's got a nice job, but she just got informed now she doesn't get paid till the end of January. Under the assumption she was going to get paid at the beginning of January, but Filipinos would rather die than have you work and then actually pay you for your work. Vanessa goes through the same shit to where they want you to work and then don't want to give you shit for it. We are picking up some viewers here. We were down around 14 there for a while. We're up to 34 now. So thank you all for tuning in. And like I said, man, if you got a few extra bucks and you can help our families here, if you want to get involved in the raffle for the Undertaker picture, we got about 15 people tune in since you posted that picture. If you want to throw the Undertaker picture up one more time, we're going to raffle that off and then we'll have a drawing for it. And obviously, the more you donate, the more times your name will be in the raffle. Dan Lemley's got 2 slots in it. Armando has 2 slots in it. Michigan Mike with 5. And Large Lava, is that the name?
Large Farva. Farge Larva.
And what's funny, Matthew, who thought he was going to get this picture, might get replaced by another guy named Matthew. Well, a guy named Matthew wrote me and said it was his picture. Paid
exactly. For it. So just so you know, this is what they're dealing with.
That's what they're dealing with as of yesterday. These pictures are from yesterday. Look where the water is up on that vehicle over there. And this is within sight of her house because she couldn't went far. And and she said that water came in the entire lower level of the house. I had to encourage them to get some plastic bags to put their valuables in, make sure they didn't lose anything. But yeah, I think $15 worth of pizza and spaghetti for a family of 4 or 5 wasn't too much to ask. So we already sent that in advance. And there's some other families, Jambi, we sent a little extra money to on top of her repairing her house. But where's my Christmas gift? Well, you're walking on it. You're walking on your gift. Because that was we spent a lot of money. Now I do still owe about $90 more labor We've paid him $60 of his labor. We owe him about another $90. He was kind enough to give us a couple of weeks to try to raise that. And I almost already know where this donation's from, and I haven't seen the name. But there it is. Good Chris, $75 donation from Good Chris. Now, Good Chris, do you get 7.5 spots in there? Let's round it because he donates all the time. Let's give Good Chris 8 spots in the raffle if he wants to be in the raffle for the Undertaker picture. We'll throw his name in the raffle. And then if he wins it and doesn't want it, Merry Christmas. Kenny, this money's for you. Don't you dare give it to any Philip. No, it doesn't say that. He's done that before. He just say put it to use to where it needs to go. Let me check my electric bill again.
Yeah. Well, you should have been betting this week, Kenny, if you were wanting to.
Oh, shit. No, tell me that now. Tell me that now. Let's hear the numbers.
For the college football, you were 4-0.
God damn. Okay. Well, from what I saw,
Jason was 4-0. Yeah.
What's that?
Jason was also 4-0, and I was 2-2 because I trusted in SMU and didn't trust in Ohio State.
Man, I was hoping for SMU. I really was, and I was rooting for Clemson.
There we go.
And Clemson, it was a ball game there with about 3 or 4 minutes to go.
So for the pros, you were 11-5 for the week.
And I was 11-3 the previous week, wasn't
I? Something like that. You were also at one point you were 9-1 before the afternoon game started. So the
afternoon
Thursday, Saturday, and early Sunday games. You were 9-1.
Brought me back to earth a little bit.
And then we're
well, couldn't I just quit counting the votes like Trump always wanted to do? Yeah, we're up. Just stop counting the votes.
Yeah, we could.
Well, Billy, we're all hanging in there, and thank you so. And good, Chris. We know we don't see you commenting here very often, but for a Christmas Eve donation like that, thank you so much. There are some people we're going to send a little bit more help to that did not think they were going to get it. We will choose those randomly to see who has or who has not gotten any thing from us in a little bit. Now, female Chris has gotten a little help recently. Jambi, honey, I'd love to help you some more, but we paid her. I think we paid her electric, didn't we? Or her electric was coming up.
We bought her a freaking floor.
Well, I think we bought her a couple floors, a wall, and a ceiling. Yeah. I think is what we did.
Yeah. So.
And but we do still owe on the labor about $90, but we will focus on that in a week or two. He's gotten 60 of his 150, and
you got a floor, kid. What more do you want?
Yeah, you got a floor. It's not the floor you had. It's the floor you're walking on.
Oli just decided to break.
It's the floor you're walking on. But no, and but a real special shout out to Good Chris because he always steps up big, and doesn't ask for anything. Doesn't come in here seeking too much attention. If you see the name CC light up in here, that's Good Chris. And I just want you to know if you're watching the show, Chris, we really appreciate it. And so we'll give him 8 slots in the drawing. And if I know Michigan Mike or Good Chris, they might donate their, if they want it, it's theirs. I mean, if they win it, it's theirs. The drawing won't be rigged. Bob's got some type of digital thing that spins and spins, and then you stop. And then, but I think the person that donated the most last year won the raffle. Did they not?
No, because it was bad, Chris. So there's no way he donated the most.
No way bad Chris outbid everybody. Now we are still waiting on a $20 donation from Pesci. He said that I have him blocked. Well, I can't find him in my PayPal. Always smoking. I can't find him, and it's always WAYZ. So I even knew that he didn't know how to spell. And so no, I tried to find him, and he doesn't come up. So I sent him your PayPal. I said, well, just send it to Bob, and Bob forwarded it to me. And so we're waiting on you, Pesci. We're waiting on you because Bad Chris donated $20. Brogaz Barkley donated 20, but we didn't get yours. So in the spirit of Christmas, Mr. Pesci, and we'll give you 2 slots in the raffle if you'd like an Undertaker autograph picture. Now, if you know what autograph pictures I had up, because I doubt we have those saved anymore, do we? Well, we never loaded them anyway. I just showed them on the show.
Yes.
But
we had a lot of Bill Dundee stuff that we.
Everybody loves the Undertaker except me. Donated to Trump. Come on. That is a great picture. You know, I mean that's kind of the Undertaker. A lot of us remember. I mean, we only had the purple boots and gloves, and the hat. But then we'd have that original Undertaker, which was really always my favorite version of the Undertaker. Was the gloves, the boots, and pallbearer, and you know that was my
dead
favorite.
Man Undertaker.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Not the Bruce Pritchard era of Undertaker, but the pallbearer and
very short Bruce Pritchard era.
Very, very,
or the
very
even shorter Ted DiBiase era.
Oh my God! Did DiBiase have him for a little bit?
One day. The
DiBiase experiment with the Undertaker?
The debut at Survivor Series. He
really?
Came out with Ted DiBiase. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, I didn't remember that. I did not remember that. Bob, do you have Netflix?
I do have Netflix. Yes.
My son's family has Netflix, and he said unless you live in the house, they got real. Because remember, I used to have like 2 or 3 different accounts for all the Filipinos. We had 18 families of Filipinos getting Netflix. And that went away, what, a year ago, 2 years ago?
About 2 years.
Maybe 2 years. It's been a while.
Yeah, and then they cracked down on even if you were like within the same state.
20. Billy, I didn't get a notification on it, but let me look. Yeah, normally I get a notification in my email. That's why I tell you, Billy, I do not. I don't have that. When did you do it? Because it's not there now.
1974.
I did get $15 from Matthew, but we'll work something out with Matthew. No, not the Matthew that donated the because if he wins and he wants the picture, it's his. I'll just tell my nephew we made a lot more money elsewhere because we did.
Oh, plus he didn't pony up the money.
Well, he ponied up 15.
What's not 50?
It's not 70 offered either.
No.
But he wanted the Undertaker and Test, which I've never ever said in my life that I've got an autographed picture of Test for sale. And if I had it, I don't think I'd sell it for 20. God damn. So,
I mean, it's Test for Pete's sake.
I shared a locker room with him. My final WWE show that I did, that I was on the card at Monday Night Raw at Freedom Hall in front of 20,000 people. My locker room. And I just watched this man on television tonight. I sent you some clips of some of the funniest shit from this movie that had The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. I laughed so hard at one of The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson scenes that I was fucking sitting here crying. Like Timmy John sent 20. Stop it. Yeah, I got your 20, Tim. It's up my anal orifice. Let me check.
20 cents doesn't count, Tim.
Yeah, it doesn't register 20-cent donation. I mean, I will look just in case I didn't get these. No, Billy, I don't have your $20 donation. But we have good people's donations in here.
How did you send it, Billy?
Michigan Mike with 50. I mean, just in case Tim really did, I'm looking like a fool. Like, I'm really expecting to see this. Good Chris with 20. Daniel Lemley with 20, in case we forgot. I don't think we did. Matthew, a.k.a. Large Larva, with 50. Michael Ryder with 50. So, nope, that's a no, Tim, without a badge. You racist bitch. We did not get your 20. He's a big Matt Gaetz fan. They're resurrecting a statue of Matt Gaetz outside his trailer park for all the sexual offenders to worship. You would think there would only be one sexual offending Tim Razor that lives in that trailer park, but believe it or not, there's two. Well, potentially. I don't think Tim has notified people he lives there. He's keeping it a big secret. Even though he gets attacked by people that think he is the sexual offending Tim Racer.
I'm surprised he hasn't changed his name to Tim Bolin just to like bleach off.
If he Timmy John Bolin, he'd get a lot less heat. For the most part, I would think. So for the night, and then we got Armando's 20. Yes. So we got 75, 175, 195, 255. Does that sound about right? $255. No.
No. We got 50 from Michigan Mike, 20 from Armando, 50 from the other new member.
See,
20
there's
from
now
Daniel Lindley,
running there.
75 from Good
Holy
Chris,
Pepper.
175, 195, $215 is what I've got.
$215. Boy, I gave us more credit. And that counts Armando's $20.
It does. Now it doesn't count Billy's $20, and it doesn't count Tim or Razor's.
Well, if you spelt it that way, Tim,
okay,
it would
so
be, if you spelled it that way,
$20,
Tim, you would be
we already
fine.
counted that, Billy. The 20 that you promised from Friday.
Well, yeah, we've already got that.
That's what he's
Well,
talking
goddamn, Billy, it's not a retroactive $20 donation that recycles. And that goes for you too, Timmy John Bolin. See, you could be one of the Bolin boys. He's known me since he was 19 years old, and he still can't spell. But then again, he had to learn my name then as Kenny Risen. So we put a lot on Timmy's plate. We really have.
Yeah,
and
an actual name change is a lot.
Did you count my 20 that I donated last year? Yeah, we got that, Billy.
So about 8 weeks ago,
back in 1812,
Zach Bonifer gave $15. So
he did. Maybe Zach wants to recount his money. I don't know. Zach, where's your donation tonight? I saw you in here lurking around the curtains. Where's your donation tonight? I haven't. But I did say if we crack 150, I'd open the gift. Allow me to kick out, change my lighting, and I will open the gift from John Cena.
All right.
I talked to text. You keep telling me that, Tim. You keep telling me that. I'll be back in about 3 minutes or less.
Not understand Hillbilly. All right. So I will go over the NFL results from last week. Bob was 10-6. Kenny was 11-5. Jason was 11-5. Both of us thought that New Orleans, both Jason and I thought New Orleans would cover that 14-point spread against Green Bay. And we were wrong. In fact, at one point I thought I had a chance to overtake Kenny since he went on a major losing streak in the late Sunday afternoon games. But alas, the New Orleans Saints, as Jana has warned us, to never pick them.
She's tried to tell you.
And we went against her advice. And we need to pick early because we've got 2 football games tomorrow and a game on Thursday.
And the previous week you said I went 11-3, so I bounced back after some shitty weeks.
Yeah, you went 13-3 last week.
13-3, okay, that's right. Because we had
11-5, so you've been 24-8. So you're actually over 500 for the year now.
If I had done like my brother and just put it all on red, see, whenever he comes into some money, he goes down, he puts it all on red, and then you either double your money or you ain't got dick.
Billy says cash. Billy, if you're talking about the money you said last week, then
we got last week's money, but that don't count for tonight.
If you're talking about tonight, then, we got that already. Yeah,
we got it last week when we counted it.
Yeah. So we've got.
We don't have anything from Zach Bonifer's or Bad Zach and Bad Braden. We don't have anything from them.
No, we don't have. Let's see.
All right, well, here we go. I'm assuming that you cannot read his address from
Jim
here.
Cornette. I know that you are actually watching.
Jimmy's getting nervous.
Every show. No, he's actually hoping that we end the show early so that he does not have to talk with you.
He doesn't have to keep waiting.
He is afraid to talk to you.
God damn. I told him not to send this the expensive way, but he did. He's paid $20 to ship this, and I told him not to do that.
Dang it, Mr. Cena. Well, when you're the father,
Mr. Cena has an address that I would not want to have. His Massachusetts address.
Yes.
His street address looks made up. I'll have to share it with you after the show.
I think I have it.
You know that number I use when I send a lot of donations to Filipinos to see if they'll actually cash it?
Yes.
Okay. And then what the word that follows it. But yeah, that is the package from John and John Sr.
Oh, yeah. That's a different address, that's for sure.
That's right. You have that.
I have that address.
You possess that now. Because he's mailed you.
Well, he sent me some a Mr. Cena root beer. Johnny Fabo Pop.
I don't know if I have any of those left or not. You know, I might. I think now I just remembered where I put them. I think I still have some of the Fabo Pops left. All right, well, we're opening the gift from Mr.
My dad drank all my Fabo Pops.
Now, I talked to Mr. Cena about coming on tonight, but he's got family. I think his sister invited him to her house for dinner tonight. I don't think John is in town for Christmas this year that I know of. Of course, they don't have to tell me everything. So
they usually do. But...
Oh.
This looks.
What we got here? Okay, we have. Ooh.
So
now, I didn't get the banana this time, but I got one. Might be. Y'all want me to say these are the John Cena whoopie pies?
Now, just so you folks know, Mr. Cena previously sent whoopie pies to Kenny, but Kenny did not get one single bite of them because
look at the guilty party that's here. Come on up, come on. Yeah, he's here. Look who's here. I had a box of those a while back. Didn't you leave me a box in the bedroom up on a shelf that I climbed up and got? Mr. Cena sent me a box of these a week or two ago. Well, no, it's been about a month
longer than that. Yeah.
Been over a month ago. And I leave to go to dinner with my son, and I leave these up on my dresser, sealed, thinking they're safe. Each one of these was also in a Ziploc bag that was sealed. Each one of these. He got up, opened the box, and I'm trying to figure out which dog did it. And then I'll tell you how I caught him. I'll tell you how I caught him in a minute. I come home, I open the door, the box is open, and all the wrappers of the whoopie pies, there were like 4 or 5 of them, because these things weigh a half pound each. These are half-pound whoopie pies made with real natural ingredients. The shelf life on these is only 2 weeks. Otherwise, you got to freeze them. Wrappers everywhere, Ziploc bags everywhere. And I'm thinking, you 3 little fuckers just feasted on goddamn whoopie pies is what I'm thinking. So I'm not going to give them dinner because I'm thinking a lot of calories in these. I'm sure each dog got 1. Another dog probably got 2. No. So I take them into the kitchen and offer them dinner. And I pour out a scoop for Choco, and Choco's eating like she hadn't eaten in 2 weeks. I pour out a scoop for Scooby, and Scooby is eating like he's going to the electric chair, and it's the last meal he's ever going to get. And then I pour out a scoop for Two-Cow. He walks over to the bowl and sniffs it and walks away. So that scientific discovery told me that you're the big bastard that ate all the whoopie pies, and these 2 didn't get shit. Didn't eat a bite, wouldn't eat cottage cheese, wouldn't eat his banana, wouldn't eat nothing. Next day rolls around, breakfast time. I ain't hungry. Other 2 dogs ate just fine. Not the cow. But now it's been a month, and the cow hears me talking bad about him, has left the room. Probably says, you know what? I think those got me in some trouble the last time. So, do you want me to try the caramel apple or the chocolate? Now, the last time he sent banana, there were 2 of them. I didn't get one. So I'm going to request banana the next time, because he says he's going to send me some more.
I would think chocolate would be the quintessential moon pie.
Well, they're not moon pies.
Oh,
moon pies are made differently than these. Moon pies are made differently. So we'll try the chocolate. I'll save the caramel apple. Put Mr. Cena's package over here.
We'll just watch Kenny go into a diabetic coma here in just a moment.
Well, it could happen. Now, I'm not going to eat the whole thing because it's a half fucking pound. And I did have, they sent me enough food home from Bubba 33 last night. They sent me like 3 full meals home in the spirit of Christmas. And I had one of the smaller of the 3 meals tonight.
Here's the pies that I got as a Christmas gift.
What's that?
These are the pies that I received as a Christmas gift.
What kind of pie is that?
The empty pie.
No pie. You got some no pie. All right, here we go. All right. Now I'm going to
probably don't need any with my big belly.
To do this, that is a half pound whoopie pie, and the coverings. It's not like a moon pie This is like a chocolate bun, like a
Mm.
chocolate hamburger. So here we go. Let's try it. It's probably going to be messy, but.
I'm not going to eat the whole thing.
It's right. Well, I just want to make sure I eat it right. I want to make sure I give a fair judgment. Couple of crumbs. That's the chocolate. Putting it back. That's a big ass bite, but as you can see, there's still
a whole bunch left.
That's a lot left, and that's a big bite. I would say I've got about 5 more bites, just like what I took, if not 6 or 7. Motherfuck. Pardon my language, Mr. Cena, but I've heard you cuss before too. That is good. Now, I think he sells those for $5 or $6 each, I think. And he sent me for, and it cost him $20 to ship them, which I told him to ship them the cheapest way possible. Maybe he didn't do that. Got to clean up here a little bit. Yeah, Tim, that box is ticking with flavor. Ticking with flavor. Let's see if we got any more donations here. Anybody wants in on the raffle? Good Chris was the last donation at 1022. Tim Razor did not send the 20. He teased our Filipino families. He just dangled a carrot out in front of them and said, "No, I don't want to do that."
You want some help? No way.
That's what racist Matt Gaetz supporting Timmy John Butch Donald Trump blowing Razor had to say. Well, Kenny, that's your brother. Yeah, I know. You can't pick your religion and you can't pick your family. Oh, wait a minute. We can. And I have. And Tim's actually one of the few in my family I still speak to. That could end the night. You don't send that goddamn $20. How dare you come out here and tease these people with $20 and then not honor?
Poor people starving to death.
How dare Billy Sellers try to recycle an old donation? Kenny, did you get my 20? What 20 you sent 8 weeks ago?
Hey,
yeah, here you go. Tim will have no sympathy for these people because he wished the water only rose.
Oh, you know what?
Well, that's in the bathroom. Yeah, that's in the bathroom right there.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
No big. No big.
Now, see, that's Art Joe.
Art Joe. That's at the school award thing.
If this doesn't guilt you, then this should at least make you feel what a sweet little girl.
We have known her since she is 7. We've thrown her last 4 birthday parties, and she now turns 10, I think, January 8th or something like that.
All right. So here, Tim, these are for you.
There you go. Yeah. Fuck. You probably bought the other ones that you never got. You ain't going to get these either. Yeah. Trump admitted that people were paying $500 for his shoes, but they were considering it a campaign donation, and you may not get the shoes. I haven't met one person that got the. We still have that for raffle. Mr. Cena said to raffle it for $450. I think the biggest offer we got was $250, so we have not sold it yet. The biggest offer we got was $250, and the book will go with it. John Cena's elbow grease. Tim wouldn't know anything about that, and so where do we stand in the standings right now on the NFL picks?
All right, for the NFL year to date, Kenny, you are 107 and 103, so 4 games over 500.
Finally, it took a while.
I am 118 and 92.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a pretty decent. You had better weeks than I had, but I had good weeks. You
haven't had the bomb weeks I've had.
Well,
I've had those weeks.
I was 10. You were 11 and 5 this week. I was 10 and 6. You were 13 and 3 last week. I was 12 and 4. So I was just behind you.
Just behind me, so I didn't really gain any ground to pick up. Yeah.
Jason, of course, being 0 and 16 for not picking at all.
Well, just being a douchebag. Just like not showing up for the 27th annual Christmas Eve show.
Yeah, he was 11 and 5 last week, though. We'll give him that.
Not bad.
Yeah, for terrible. All right, so Kenny, let's
Jimmy's
do our.
About to just grab his pillow and his nightcap and
he put on his little one-piece pajamas
with the flap in the
little
back.
flap in the back. Yeah,
in case he's got to go to the bathroom.
And then he puts his little nightcap on, little cap, and Sin will get in her little night dress, and
Timmy John, do you have an 86-inch fireplace in your house? I bet you don't. Might be about to upgrade that to a 100-inch fireplace. I've been thinking.
I've had way more commercials than you've had. That's not fair.
That don't add up, does it? Because we both have the free account.
Yes, I'm not sure that's
the family plan is $22. The individual plan is $13 if you don't want commercials. And I just don't watch a shitload of YouTube. Now, how much is Netflix with no commercials? In case I decide I want to watch football tomorrow, because I think we have Chiefs and Steelers tomorrow, don't we?
We have tomorrow. We have the
I think it's Chiefs and Steelers.
Chiefs and Steelers, and we have the Lamar Jacksons and Texans.
Oh, the motherfuckers are going to make me buy 1 month of Netflix, maybe. But the alternative plan for those of you, Timmy John has this option, but I think Timmy John might have Netflix.
So what you do is use Timmy Joh's
Timmy John's
email address
for Netflix, or somebody is.
Somebody
in the park is paying
genius hack.
Their Wi-Fi.
You know how you will sometimes get these like $5 gift cards from Verizon or AT&T or whatever they give you.
Yeah.
So if you keep those and use those little $5 things to sign up for things like Netflix trial, you don't have to worry about ever getting billed, because they'll have your credit card, then they'll try to bill it and they go, not enough on here, cancel that account, but do.
Yeah. Well, that's
life hack. Use your cheap gift card.
I probably have an account that I keep very little money in, because I got Venmo, Cash App. I think Cash App is what I keep the least amount of money in. And the account that Billy Sellers wants me to recycle that $20 out of. Billy, you could send another 20.
You could.
Because you're not going to be seeing that girl. Bob, do we have the picture?
I just deleted it because I was making room for like people.
Yeah. Because my brother will probably go see her. He'll go to the mountains of North Carolina to see this girl.
Yeah, here, this is her.
That's her. Yeah, that's her. So Billy, you're going to save all that gas money, all that dinner money.
Yep.
You're not going to be out a penny.
Nope.
Might as well just donate $20 here.
All right, Kenny, let's pick our NFL picks and make our drawing, and then
do that. It looks like Cornette is safe this year.
Poor Jimmy. I know this was the year he was going to answer.
I sent Mark Cuban and Anthony Scaramucci and who's the rich Democrat that follows me on Twitter that is actually donated.
Andrew Yang.
I sent all three of them links to the show, hoping that they might see it, pop in here and donate like $1 billion, but it didn't happen. So
no,
that's right. They might have family. They might be popular enough they have family or something. I don't know.
Could be.
I love the crackling of the fireplace. I felt the temperature go up about 1 degree when I turned that on. What were we about to do?
We're gonna pick Kansas City at Pittsburgh. Kansas City's a 3-point favorite.
Must win for Pittsburgh. They are going to be pissed. They've lost 2 in a row.
Kansas City clinched right
there. Kansas City always finds a fucking way to win. It's just his high ankle sprain did not stop him last week, right?
Nope.
I'm going to be rooting for Kansas City because Louisville Lamar win tomorrow and a Kansas City win puts Baltimore back in first place by themselves. So I will take Kansas City. And they're 3-point favorites, you said?
Here we come. Yes.
I'll give up the 3 and take Kansas City on the road at Schittsburg.
I am taking Pittsburgh.
You're
Baltimore.
Well, I mean, it could happen. I mean, this is a must-win for them.
Yes.
And if I were going with head over heart, I might pick Pittsburgh. But I would enjoy rooting for these teams. I might have to figure out some way to get goddamn Netflix tomorrow because I don't even know how to get a free trial. I don't even know how to do that because I've had accounts with Netflix under like 5 different email addresses.
Talk to Chris Schmidt. He knows all that legal shit. Baltimore at
big money is not too much for you to get in on the raffle.
That raffle's closing soon, Billy. You better. Yeah.
Your talking speed doubled for some reason. I don't know why.
Baltimore at Houston. Baltimore is a 5.5 point favorite.
I don't know if everyone else hears it, but when you speak, you're talking at double speed.
I actually slowed down way slow to talk.
No, I mean, there's something in the app that's I would kick out and come back in and see what that does.
I'll just kick out and come right back in.
See what that.
Let me do that.
All righty, here we go. Look at that fireplace. That's what a real fireplace looks like right there. Miss Chris is wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. Glad somebody spoke after 30 minutes. What else we got? Yeah, just checking messages here real quick, seeing if nope, no new donations as of yet. Oh well, we certainly thank good Chris for getting in there at the buzzer. That whoopie pie's pretty good. Yeah, we're getting ready to do the picks of the games this week, the Christmas Day games on Netflix. If anybody knows how to get a free trial of Netflix, let me know, and that will be good enough to get me through to
last Christmas
to the
broke my heart
January 6th event. But if I do not watch the games live tomorrow during Christmas Day, I will catch them starting at 12:30 at night on NFL Network. They replay them then.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't get to watch them, if you have NFL Network, Pesci sent his donation. He said, spend it on some Wendy's. I don't think he did, unless he sent it to Bob, because I don't think he has a way to send it.
I've got money. Give this to Kenny. Yes.
Well, tell Pesci we said thank you very much. I'm sorry I had to
Pesci.
shame him on Christmas Eve. I'd like some good Wendy's, and it cost about $20 to get what I want too. So, but no, thank you very much. We appreciate it. $20 donation
this over
from Michael Lurie. Thank you, appreciate it. And we're going to go through here and see how the families are doing, and see who has not gotten money recently. Lena wanted a little help for Christmas with her and her kid, and I have not sent her anything. God, since she had her job in Manila, she probably hasn't gotten any help at all in 6 months. So Lena will be at the top of the list. I've known Lena since 2012, and her little boy wrote me, and Dada, what's my gift? That's well,
Jambi's floor. That's what your gift is.
Yeah, Jambi's.
So, yes, I received it. I forwarded it over to Kenny. You should have the $20 in your pocket. Now, does he get 2 entries for that?
In my pocket. Chris says, I hope we have a Christmas gift. Chris, I just sent you money recently, honey. Mr. Hazelwood has forwarded that 20 from Pesci. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. You should have had Maya show up and sing Tuca. Well, we could have, but she's in Dublin, Ireland, and it's 3 a.m. there right now. So that might be why we couldn't get her to do it. Plus she's in Germany right now. Her father, did y'all hear about that fucking car that ran into that crowd, that right winger that went, go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure, a goddamn right winger killing people. Who saw that coming? This fucking
Her father was the driver?
Her father, he wasn't the driver. God, quit spreading goddamn rumors that we can't back up.
Just
her father was 100 meters away from where this fucking psycho ran into the crowd, scared the fuck, injured a shitload of people. And what's Michigan Mike trying to tell us?
Michigan Mike, it was some Saudi guy. Says.
Well, it was a Saudi guy, but he was a German resident, and I think a fucking professor, a doctor or something. He'd been there for 20 years, and he was a very at a German Christmas party. Yeah, well, my good old Harbor Freight. Yeah, but Maya's father was 100 meters away. So I see this on the news, and Chris told me that Maya was really freaking out. So I wrote Maya. Oh, Jesus Christ. 5 more seconds of this. Just bear with me. Back to the fireplace. So I wrote Maya and I said, honey, calm down now. I said, what are the chances your father was even anywhere near this place? He was 100 meters away with his family and killed, 5-6 people, injured a shitload more. And but yeah, he was a Saudi, but he had been a German resident for over 20 years and apparently was radicalized and Was he anti-Muslim? Is that what it was? I don't know what it was. But yeah, so no, Maya's in Germany with her family. She got on a plane from Dublin and went right to Germany to be with her family. So no, she probably was not in a position to do the show tonight, and singing the Two Cow song was probably not at the top of her list of shit to do. But yeah, was Michigan Mike trying to tell me something there?
I don't know. M. He just said M. So M for Michigan Mike. Isn't it funny that Yamaha had the best tech in the world, gave it to Paul McCartney to sing that god awful Christmas song? It is the worst Christmas, but he's right. It's the worst Christmas song ever. It's way worse than Mariah Carey. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
I like that song. Oh, that was a pocket text. I don't get many of those. I don't get many pocket. I get some butt dials, but I rarely get the pocket text. Nothing wrong with that. All right, we're going to do our picks, and then we're going to have the raffle because I think we've gotten our last donation of the night. But for those of you that did, especially Michigan Mike, especially Matthew, he hasn't had much to say since he made his donation, though.
No,
Mr.
he didn't.
Larva. Mr. Larva.
So we picked Pittsburgh. Yeah, we'll go over this in just a second. I've got Pittsburgh and Kansas City.
It's going to look rigged if he wins it again.
Baltimore.
Well, you'd have to donate to be in the fucking raffle, you shit fuck.
Yeah.
You'd have to donate to be in the raffle.
No chance of that happening.
Who knows? If you donated $10, you might win. But our luck, you would.
Yeah. So, Baltimore at Houston. Baltimore's a 5.5-point favorite.
I'm going to have to take my Louisville Lamars. That's going to be tough. I mean, you got Kansas City, you got Pittsburgh. That's going to be tough. You got Louisville Lamar going to Houston.
All right, those are the two NFL games on Netflix on Wednesday. On Thursday,
are the games 1 and 4:30 games?
I didn't look at the schedule.
I'm shocked they don't have a Christmas night game.
Well, let's see. Maybe they do. Let's see. NFL.
I don't think they do. I didn't see any.
Let's see here. Saturday. This last week's. Don't show me last week's games. Ignorance. 12 Central and 3:30 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, 1 and 4:30.
I heard. Now I could be wrong. I hear the NBA was not stupid enough to go against the NFL this year, or were they?
They are. There's NBA games. The NBA ratings have been in the tank all year long. They
have been. I think the women have outrated the men this year in a lot of games.
Yeah. So this week we have games on Netflix, Prime Video, NFL Network, CBS, Fox.
Spread it out. Oh yeah, Saturday's
and
game.
ESPN.
Yeah, Saturday's got 3 games on NFL Network. That's how you watch all 3 of those.
Yeah, so
they got morning, noon, and night, and noon, afternoon, and night.
Yeah,
and all 3 of the Saturday games are on NFL Network.
So 6
live and in living color.
Yeah, ESPN, NBC, Fox, CBS, NFL Network, Prime Video, and Netflix. 8.
That's a lot of network money. Well, they're going to need that to pay Soho.
7 different networks.
I hear the NFL is helping pay off the Yankees right now.
Yeah, and the Mets both. The Thursday game is Seattle at Chicago. Who cares bowl? Seattle's a 3.5-point favorite.
That's Seattle versus who?
Chicago.
I would like to think Seattle will find a way.
Yeah, I really was high on Chicago coming into the season, but they have been a huge disappointment.
You were.
Do we want to do Saturday games just in case we don't get something on Friday?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Saturdays. Let's go ahead and get it done.
All right, Chargers at New England. Chargers.
Wait a minute. What's the game you just gave me? When's that game? That's the Thursday Prime.
The Thursday night game. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. God, thank you, Amazon Prime. You fucks.
Yeah. The Chargers at New England. Chargers favored by 4.
Run that by me again.
The Chargers are at New England.
When a cold weather game, but you know what? We're in for some real good weather here in Louisville, and I bet you New England ain't going to be that freezing horrible shit they've had if we're going to be in the 60s. Yeah. I'm gonna take LA to do it.
Yeah, Chargers favored by 4, and
but the Patriots are playing. They're hanging in some games.
Yeah, they're not as bad as they were early in the season.
Yeah.
Speaking of teams that weren't as bad as they were early in the season, Denver goes to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 3.5-point favorite, and I think Denver wins this.
I think Cincinnati wins it because they have something to play for, and it's called pride and dignity.
Denver has something called playoff spot. The Arizona Cardinals
Cincinnati has not been eliminated yet, by the way.
Yeah,
But do your goddamn homework. Quit shitting all over the Bengals and Dolphins.
It's
We haven't even got to
the Joe Burrow Bowl. Arizona at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are 6-point favorites. I hate the Arizona Cardinals. They are worse to me than any team in this.
And I love their quarterback. I
do too. But
for me any day, I don't know how they're not winning more games.
I don't know why they don't.
Sometimes he's scarier than Lamar Jackson and some of the shit he can do.
Yeah, they're super competitive, or they're super just.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Los Angeles.
All right, that's the Rams.
Boom.
Okay, the Sunday games: New York Jets at Buffalo. Buffalo's a 10-point favorite.
Buffalo's a 10-point favorite. That should be
playing,
right about it.
Yeah, playing for the home field advantage, right, against Kansas City.
Yeah. Anytime we can slap another L on Dickless, that's fine with me.
All right. I picked Buffalo also. The Las Vegas Raiders at the New Orleans Saints. I will listen to Jazzy
Is
Jam.
that one called the Shit Bowl? I bet it is.
Coach,
it's not too late to make your donation so you can get involved in the raffle.
Raiders.
Well, I don't even know who this donation's from. I think I might. If you're watching the show, let me know who you are. But I think I know who it is. The Yard Cards of Lexington have donated $25. So it's kind of hard to give 2.5 spots. Go ahead and give them 3 spots in the raffle. Or should it have to be the full? Or should it have to be the full amount?
Well, this is unless we know who this person is.
Well, hang on here. Let me go because I think I know who it is, but let me go to my PayPal app. It was not Timmy John, being as it was Yard Cards. It was not Timmy John. And the
Yardbirds,
because it might tell me who it is. Yard Cards of Lexington. No, that's really all it says. They must be like a business. But Yard Cards, if you're watching the show, identify yourself. But thank you very much for the donation. We appreciate it. Just when I thought the donations were done, he showed me wrong. So thank you very much. And I guess in order of fairness, we need to make for everybody that's doing in the raffle, it's not really fair to bump people up because for those that paid the even amount, they're getting fucked. True. So 2 slots for him and 7 spots for Good Chris. He's still got the most spots of anybody though, right?
He does, yes.
All right. Timmy Jones, not too late to make your $20 donation. You blew $1,000 on Temu. Surely you got 20 left. Temu.
I'm taking Vegas over New Orleans. New Orleans is a 1.5-point favorite.
Vegas over. And where is the game?
It's in New Orleans. And that might be the only reason to pick them, but
yeah. And the spread is
1.5.
1.5. Yeah, no, they don't even want you betting on this.
Yeah, it's like stay away from this. Yeah,
just leave it alone. Vegas at Saints. God, Vegas is. I'm going to take Vegas. I'm not going to lose ground.
This is why in the real world you don't bet on every single game.
No, you don't. You do not.
We pick them all, but in the real world. Indianapolis is an 8-point favorite at the New York Giants. The Giants are beyond pitiful.
I am going to take the Colts to cover.
I will also bowl this. Dallas goes to Philadelphia. Eagles are 9.5-point favorites. Dallas has been eliminated. Philadelphia is playing for the home field advantage.
And is the game at Dallas?
It's in Philadelphia.
It's in Philly, 9.5-point favorites.
9.5's a lot. And Dallas has been playing decent recently.
They have been playing better. As a matter of fact, they said if you take out that one game,
well, the Cincinnati game, they'd have won 5 straight, except for
one. They'd have won 5 in a row. Take out the Cincinnati game.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Dallas to cover. I think Philly wins, but I'm picking Dallas to cover.
I'll take Philly to cover. What the fuck?
All right. Tampa hosts Carolina. Tampa's an 8-point favorite.
Tampa really. Oh, you lucky fucks. You lucky fucks. My boy, Tyler Benson, a.k.a. Brett Kavanaugh, a.k.a. The quarterback of Tampa Bay. What's his goddamn name? Trevor Murdoch. What?
Yeah, Trevor Murdoch.
What's the quarterback? No, not Jameis. That I do know. Matthew McConaughey. What's his goddamn name? Tampa Bay's quarterback. I know fucking well. You know it. He should just beat you.
Tampa Bay's
quarterback.
Baker Mayfield. That's
Baker. How could neither
from Oklahoma, local Texas boy.
We both need to retire that we can't come up.
I didn't have my Prevacid today, or
Baker Mayfield.
Prevagen.
Right. You are the luckiest fuckers on planet Earth because Faker was about to drive it down the field and stick field goal up your ass. I don't know what the spread was, but y'all was about to lose that game. And in his mind and heart, he was down. But they said he wasn't. They gave him the ball. But in his mind and his heart, he'd given up. The play was over, and they fuck them. And the Cowboys got a cheap ass win, is what they got.
They did,
ruining the season of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It still counts.
That's what they're telling me. That's what they're telling me.
I mean, if we want to have give backs, the Cowboys will say, we didn't touch that ball after that kick. It did not happen. We
didn't even touch it. So what is the what game?
Tampa's an 8-point favorite over Carolina.
Well, you would like to think, but the Carolina getting a lot of confidence recently. They won a game or two, but I'll take Tampa. I'll take Tampa in the 8.
I'm taking Tampa. Tennessee at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a 1-point favorite. I'll choose Tennessee.
Again?
Yeah.
Again? Yeah. It's hard to pick Jacksonville.
It's hard to pick Tennessee too, but
it's not easy.
The Sunday afternoon game, only 2 Sunday afternoon games, late afternoon games. Miami at Cleveland. Well, that's because they're playing half of them on Saturday.
Well, you know what's going to happen when one of those games ends. NFL Red Zone has to go off the air because that's the only 2 games when it's down to 1. NFL Red Zone, unless they get an exemption this week,
could be because there's
only 2 games.
Yeah.
But the rules are on NFL Red Zone when they're down to 1 game, they have to sign off. The international fans can keep watching, but United States fans have to go to your local CBS affiliate or NBC or whoever's covering the game. Fox.
Miami at Cleveland.
I've never seen them only have 2 games in the last slot. I've seen 3, but I've never seen 2.
Yeah.
So the Fish and the Browns.
Miami's a 6.5-point favorite.
Well, they need it. King, the NBA is on all day tomorrow with 5 games. Well, all I know is that when they're going head-to-head with the NFL tomorrow, they are going to slaughter their ass. And if Days of Our Lives is on tomorrow, they're going to slaughter the NBA. If the Noon Report with Bill Bixby is on, that's going to slaughter them. If Morning Joe is on at 4 in the afternoon, that's going to slaughter the NBA. The NBA
recap hour
game that comes within light years of anything what the NFL is going to do tomorrow. And NFL should take the rules of golf and say, you know what? We don't want any. We ain't going head to head with you motherfuckers. So fuck it. Not on Christmas Day, not any other day. Golf takes off the winter, so they don't have to go head to head with the NFL. They shut down in August and open back up in March because they don't want none. 5 games on Christmas. That's a little. I think 3's enough on Christmas Day, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Plus the players. I mean, especially if you're on an away game, that sucks.
Yeah. Just fucks it up for them. I mean, no consideration. I am blown away that other than playoff games, there's never been a Christmas Day game. I remember the Dolphins and Chiefs that went the double overtime game.
They used to not even play playoff games. They skip, they'd skip the week or something if it was Christmas Day on Sunday, or they played them on Saturday or whatever. Green Bay at Minnesota. Minnesota's a 1.5-point favorite.
Green Bay at Minnesota. That has the potential to be a pretty fucking good game. Who's the favorite?
Yeah, Minnesota by 1.5.
And it's at Minnesota?
It's at Minnesota. I'm going to pick Schmidt's Packers.
I'm going to take Minnesota because I hate Schmidt's Packers and everything.
I do too, but I want them to lose, so I'm going to pick them. Sunday night game, Atlanta at Washington. Washington's a 4-point favorite.
Wait a minute. That's the Sunday night game?
That's the Sunday night game.
Is Atlanta still in the playoff hunt?
Barely, I think.
What's the spread?
Let me just make sure that Atlanta's leading the NFC South at a mighty 8-7.
God damn. Well, it's good to be in the South, right?
Yeah, Washington's a 4-point favorite. Washington does not have a playoff spot exactly wrapped up yet, but
you would like to think they're going to be there. Yeah, I will take Washington.
I think also I'll take Washington.
That's a potential
and then the Monday night game, which when they started, back when the season started, and they scheduled this game, the folks at ESPN are going, holy crap.
They can't reallocate Monday games, can they?
No. They're going, holy crap, we have got us a barn burner winner of a game for Monday Night Football. The Detroit Lions play the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, you saw 3.5 points. Did you notice broke-ass Barkley didn't have the fucking common decency to come in here? I know he made his $20 donation. He said, we got a good donation coming for you, King. I would assume the $20 donation is it. Did you notice that little chicken shit fuck didn't have the courage to come in here and congratulate me on the beatdown that we put on them in the Orange Bowl when we did the hook and ladder to Duriel Harris from Tony Nathan that gave us the lead after trailing 29-0 to San Francisco, and we came back and won the game in quadruple overtime. No, we didn't. We beat them like 29 to whatever they got. They didn't get many. But where's broke-ass Barkley? I sent him a video clip of when we went up 29 points when we ran it 45 yards down their throat as time was about to expire. And broke-ass Barkley didn't have the courage, the kindness, the decency, the intestinal fortitude, or the anal orifices to come in here and congratulate me like the little bitch that he is.
Or make a left-hand turn.
Funniest thing I've ever seen.
Celebrating the first night of Hanukkah. Well, that's okay. That's
well, fucking. Well, what are we doing? What are we doing?
We're celebrating it in our own way.
Oh, I did find out through CNN the worst city and state in the United States other than West Virginia. Do you know, you've heard of the Baptist religion, correct?
I've heard of that, yes.
Okay. When the original 13 colonies started, do you know how religion kind of allocated it? Because I didn't know any of this. My son knew, but he did not know what the worst city and state was.
Well, let's see. Pennsylvania was Quakers. Maryland was Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
The Virginias were Church of England.
Basically, in a nutshell,
Georgia was like the one, like
religion.
Yeah, and Georgia was like the least.
One of the original 13, though, right?
Sorry, which one? No, West Virginia was not.
It was 13.
Did not become a state until.
So what I learned on CNN to tell you that it was educational television over there, and this was two pastors, Raphael Warnock and then a Republican. They're the only two pastor senators, and I forgot the other guy's name. And he seems to be a decent guy. He has good intentions, but he's Republican. But they're both sitting there together on Meet the Press, I think it is, and on Meet the Press or one of the shows. I forget which one. But and he says, and they go to the Republican. He says, well, let me give you a little history on the Baptist and religion. He says, we're both Baptist pastors. I'm a white man. He's a black man. He's from Georgia. I'm from wherever the fuck he was from. And he says, when the original 13 colonies started, you were not welcome in that state unless you abided by their religious laws and rules, which is kind of what I heard they left England over. So, but then each state has its own religion. The only city and state to where you were welcome to be a part of any religion. Do you have a guess as to what city and state it is? And I know Bob's already researching it.
No, I'm not, but I would guess it would have been Pennsylvania because the Quakers are pretty open.
It was not. He narrowed it down to Providence, Rhode Island. The Baptists were kicked out of every state except for Providence, Rhode Island. And my son is not much on Protestants, if you've ever heard him talk in the past. And he says, those motherfuckers. He said, if we'd have just got the original 13 to stick together, there might not be a Baptist.
If those folks in Rhode Island had only been a little,
those goddamn
the tiniest little state, this little bitty,
This little
the
bitty
act-
state
this is
basically
the actual
determines
size,
27% of our religion in the
the
United
actual
States.
size of Rhode Island, right
There
here.
you go. Right there. You can get everybody. But he narrowed it down to Providence, Rhode Island,
Wow.
which wow. So I didn't know that. And Chris, I didn't know that. And my son really studies religion a lot. Oh, and my God, you have to see the movie Heretic. I think it's called Heretic. I might be because I was pronouncing it wrong, but it's a movie that stars. Hang on. Hey, Google. Who are the stars of Heretic?
Heretic has a cast of 16 actors. Here are the first three: Hugh Grant, Sophie Thatcher, and Chloe East.
The three of them are great, but it is the best role I have ever seen Hugh Grant in, because normally he's a romantic comedy guy.
Yeah.
And he's good at what he does. He's good for what they get him to do.
Notting Hill. And
Yeah. Hugh Grant in this movie is the best performance I've ever seen him do. If I could ever I know I've put over juror number 2. I watched Heretic out of a chance, and I watched about and I'm going to tell you, the movie is 100% about religion. That is all this movie's about. But it is listed as a drama thriller, a drama thriller, I guess. And it certainly is. And it got the first 20 minutes of it really got my attention. And Hugh Grant, it's the best performance I've ever seen him do. And when you watch this movie, you're going to wonder, I wonder if that could be Kenny Bolin one day. So, and I'll just leave you with that.
Okay.
But it is.
I am writing this down now.
It is.
Fine.
You're going to watch that movie, and when you get to the end of the movie, you're going to go, I wonder if that could be Kenny Bolin one day. So, and that might be good or bad. I don't know. But the movie, because I guarantee you, the movie is based on a lot of factual studies, or at least by the people that want to deem it as fact. But I kept hearing a lot of shit going, okay, I can see that. I can see that. And there's going to be a lot of other people watching go, that's bullshit. But what a fucking movie. What a fucking movie. And Sophie is amazing in it. I forget what all she's been in, but both of the girl actors are very, very good. And Hugh Grant is amazing. So that's your movie. If you find a way to see it, I watch it on Kodi, so I don't know where a lot of these movies come. Bob will enjoy this movie. Chris says after hearing about it, it's tops on his list just from hearing me talk about it. But that's your movie. I think it's pronounced Heretic.
Yeah.
And if I only knew what heretic meant when I heard it, I would have known what the movie was going to be about. But I went into this not having a clue as to what this movie is going to be about.
Looks like it's on.
Yeah, who's got that movie?
Online streaming.
Because it's 4K. I mean,
so it's available for purchase and streaming on demand. Stop, give me ads. I don't want to. On Prime Video, Apple TV, and other.
I mean, if you're interested in religious type movies. And it's not really that they're trying to shove religion down your throat. They're trying to make you back up and support whatever religion it is that you believe in.
Yeah, it's not on a streaming service per se.
But if you can get that movie for $3.99, it'd be $3.99 well spent.
Rent the film for $19.99 or buy it digitally for $24.99.
Fuck that. Yeah.
It's
a good movie. And I know people that are dropping $20 to go to the theater and see it. If you got a 100-inch TV, I mean,
yeah.
Well,
maybe I'll find someone who doesn't hate me and I'll go to the movies with them. That might be difficult to find someone who doesn't hate me.
No, you're fucked.
Might take a while. All right, so that's it. That's our NFL picks. It's time to do the drawing. Last call for entries. We have 25.
Do we bother with picking any bowl games?
There's none. Well,
there's no college playoffs this week, right?
There's no playoffs this week, right? So, and who cares about the leftover?
I did not know that the teams that got a bye were getting 2 weeks off.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought they were getting the 1 week. No, they're getting 2.
Yeah,
but I guess
they didn't know who they were playing
that week.
Yeah. All right, Kenny, when you want to, just say the word stop or drawing or whatever word you want.
So we got it in. The digital shit's rolling.
Digital shit is rolling.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, stop.
All right. Take this. Copy. Paste special.
And I'm just going to have you post the
values.
winner's name. We're not going to announce it. We're going to post it in the comments.
Sort A
So,
largest, smallest.
So everybody tune to comments. Be ready. Bob will post the name of the winner in the comment. It won't be the ghost because that cheap little bitch didn't even donate $10. He did donate 20 last week though.
And the winner is.
Here we go. Oh, baby. Good Chris.
Only fair because he had the
Well,
most.
he bought the most tickets. He bought
Yep.
the most tickets. Good Chris. So I will have to notify.
Interestingly
him.
enough, in the raffle, he had the top entry and the bottom entry.
No. It was Good Chris who actually donated that one. Not Bad Chris who refused to donate on Christmas Eve. Bob, should you show a picture of the flood again? Oh my gosh. So no. So Good Chris is the winner. I will have to contact him. If he's not watching the show, Bad Chris is paying for life or today. I don't know. That was mighty cold-hearted not to come up with $10 for these people. To take a shot at an autographed Undertaker picture. That was pretty bad.
Live in that.
Yeah, right there. Now my brother gets it worse than that. He thinks we should be donating to him.
Yeah.
As what he thinking.
He gets banned forever.
Oh, he has this little place built 14 feet above the river. And there's many times when the river floods, it licks the third floor. He built it like inches high enough to avoid their highest floods. Sometimes it goes 14 feet high. So, and it will be licking his front porch. If he'd have built it 6 inches lower, sometimes he'd get flooded out on the third fucking floor. So
well,
maybe he believes in God.
Congratulations, Good Chris, for winning your big prize.
Good Chris, if you're watching, but if not, I can contact Good Chris two ways. I have his email and I can write him on PayPal and let him know that he won the Taker picture and see what he wants to do with it. Don't think he was going to get that house for free because the Amish. You remember that story? Yeah. My brother, when he bought this house, the Amish built it like down around Bowling Green or something. So they delivered the house, and then the Amish guy died that built it. So Tim thought he was going to get the house for free, but then relatives came, and then Tim was going, "No, I made the deal with him. I'm not paying it." So they threatened to come and basically hook a tractor up to his house, and they was going to yank that fucker down and drag it back to Bowling Green. I told that story years ago, but he thought that he was going to get that house for free because the guy died.
All right, thank you.
So I guess no one owes those insurance premiums anymore that Luigi took care of, the folk hero. I guarantee you, they're going to have trouble getting 12 people on a jury to where one of them ain't going to say, "I ain't sending to that motherfucker." I mean, I've never seen such a. Colin Jost had to start laughing out loud on Saturday Night Live because they cheered Luigi. The whole audience cheered Luigi when he put his fucking picture up. I've never seen anything like it. But Bob, real quickly before we go, and I ran this by my son yesterday when we was in the car. I looked at him. I said, "There's two things that'll get you fucking hung in Dodge City. What are the two things?" He says, "Shooting a man in the back." I said, "Yep." "And what's the other one?" And he was thinking. He said, "Hitting on Miss Kitty." I said, "Well, that'll get you a ass beaten, but not necessarily hung." Fucking with Festus's mule. Nope. But you're close.
Now, if you leave out the word "with," then you might get your hung for that. But
you could. So, Bob, what are the two worst things you can do in Dodge City or any other Western town? Back in the old West days, you could shoot a man in the back. That was the most cowardly thing a fucking human could do.
Or
whether he was armed or not, even if he's armed, you can't shoot him in the back. You got to get him to turn around and give him a fair fucking fight. What's the other thing you can do? That's just the worst goddamn thing you can do, and you're going to hang for it.
Cheat at cards.
I don't know that anybody hung for it, but they normally just got shot.
They got shot. Yeah.
If they didn't get shot at the poker table. No, Bob, and I'm shocked you missed this one. Me and you are old West guys. Well, not mess with a horse. You steal a horse, you hang.
Yeah.
Now, Bob,
Stomp on a
shoot
man's
man
hat.
in the back, or you stole a farm animal. What the fuck? Those are the two hanging offenses of the Old West. Definitely Republicans. Yeah, I shot a guy in the back, and I hung. And what else? What did your brother do? Well, he's hanging too. What did he do? He stole the guy that I shot. He stole his horse. Well, wasn't he dead? Well, it was still his horse.
Yeah, the horse wasn't dead. No. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike, Michigan Mike, for your $50 donation. Thank you, Armando Morales, for your $20 donation. Thank you to Favre Larger, whatever your real name is.
Isn't it
Matthew.
only fair that good Chris and bad Chris alternate winning the raffle?
Yeah, exactly. For your $50, Daniel Lindley for your 20, Good Chris for your $75, Pesci for
Billy
your
Sellers
$20.
for trying to snaggle a $20 donation he didn't make.
He got awful quiet after that.
Yeah, he got real quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I wouldn't have tried. Hey, what about the donation I made back in 55?
Yeah.
Kenny, you weren't alive then. Okay.
So, of the $500 we needed to call Jim Cornette, we made 215. So,
Oh, how many?
215,
I think
$285
it's more
short.
than that because we got that late $25.
Oh, we did 220. We had 235. You're right.
235. Well, we got
We have to
halfway
write down
there.
the Pesci number.
I could dial the first four numbers. Hang on.
Dial half of it. Yeah. You know what, Kenny? Dial the number, and as soon as you go deep, 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 and as soon as it starts ringing, I'm going to end the show.
All right, here we go.